Alright guys, so here we are again, and it's still time to keep working on more body parts. You know, these rear fenders is what I want to get done. And so now it's time to like manage to mold these caps on the rear fender. So I've been thinking a lot, you know, and that's always my story. I know. But the thing is I've been thinking a lot, you know, how to get this done right. You know, I mean, I only get one shot at it. If I go one wrong way, cleaning up the mess is always hard. So, you know, you really got to plan things out. So what I'm trying to get done is I want to fuse together this bottom cap that goes onto the bumper onto the flare. Now, there's a couple of ways of going about doing it. You know, I thought about going and cutting off this lip here and on the fender flare, and that way it gives me like more clean available space, and actually like take the time to drill little holes here and then kind of put a wire through, heat the wire and flush them out and then seal it up. That's one route. Gabe the Babe brought up another one, like why don't I heat the lips, kind of mold them a little bit, bolt them together here, and then just do that towards the ending, since there really isn't much of a lip right there. So I think what I'm going to do is give Gabe's idea a shot. Why not, right? So I'm going to start off by heating these lips up, see if I can straighten them out. If I can, awesome. I'll do the bolting and see how it'll look from there. And if not, off comes the lip. Let's see how it goes. Rock on, guys. Okay, so first things first, like always, industrial blow dryer, heating this little lip. It sits flushed inwards like so. So I'm going to heat it up and of course use my little block and my shop towel, so because the plastic gets hot and I want it to bend evenly and straight, and hopefully it'll hit flush. Let's try it out. Okay, so like I've already heated up the lip. It's gotten straighter. I have this little vice grip holding it on, and it pretty much sits pretty flat. Of course, I'm gonna have to bring this in a little more. So what I'm gonna do is like put a few small screws on this side to hold it together, and then work with it a little more, and then also probably go and put the wire in. But I do need a starting point to hold it. It seems like it could be pretty flushed as long as I go and work it through. And I didn't realize I was going to need these screws. This was just an idea that I came up with. And so here at my house I only had some of these, and they're not exactly what I want as far as thickness. They're just a little too long, and I don't like the little angle there, so I just need to get the right ones. But for now they'll hold it in place, which is my biggest concern, and then I'll swap them out tomorrow with the right ones. So let me start drilling some holes. Alright, so we got one down, one little screw down. I'm gonna put one more, and then I'll be able to start working on this end piece. Just those two should be real sturdy, and then it should be real nice, flush and clean, and then just buckle this side together and then start soldering or plastic welding. So I think I'm gonna put one more screw in there. I think I can get it, but it's scary because, you know, like there's not that much lip. I don't want to go too much at an angle and like come out of the face. And I really need a sidekick. Where's Gabe? That guy always rocks at like helping me out with projects and vice versa. Yeah, so that's a no-go on adding that extra screw. You know, I have the hole which gets pretty close to the lip, and even though I'm going to flush that out, I just don't think it's going to grab well to this cap lip. If I would have had more like lip on this main fender flare, it would have been perfect, but I really don't get that kind of luck. So yeah, I don't know if that third screw is going to be a success. So I'm just going to stop there. So we're finally back, and it's time to finish this panel. I do still have everything screwed in. So these are probably going to stay there, and if not, I'll take them out whenever it hardens. And I've placed some tape here to hold everything in place. And so what I'm going to use is this Bondo hair, and it's really good because it can, it's waterproof, of course, and it's like pretty much creating stability. And then I will be able to sand it smooth, and I have to be careful not to cover up these rivet holes, or if anything I can cover up maybe this one, just because I already have one here, and them sitting side by side that close is kind of weird. So I'll definitely cover one of them up. So I'm going to apply this on and let it harden out, and then tomorrow start sanding it. So of course what I want to do is give it some grip. So to start that off, I'll probably get this 220 and sand like this inner area here, and then with the 500 I'll get some of these outer areas. Like, of course, like I don't need to like make it extremely cut and shredded. I just need, you know, to rough up the smooth edge just to create a grip. Okay, so I went ahead and just used the 220 grit and scuffed it up a decent amount. And this is the hole I'm going to decide to cover up. So now it's time to fill, but I noticed that this part will kind of like move around. So I'm just going to go ahead and put it where I want it, and then clamp it down. And so what I'll do is I'll do this side first, and then once it dries up and holds, I'll take this off and then do that other side. So I'm pretty much going to lay it down, of course, set it inside the crease, and then smooth it out like so. And so that way I can sand it to look like all one piece. Okay, so I wanted it to get a better like grip, and so I was reading the can. It actually tells me to do like a 50 to 70 to 50 grit. So I went ahead and just got 100 and scuffed it up some more, and it feels like, yeah, it'll definitely get better grip to that. So, but like I said, I only need it to hold it enough and make it strong enough, because this isn't going to be the everyday kit. This is just going to be my template for a mold. Okay, so I put this board now just to hold it more level, and so I'm already mixing some amount, and so just making sure it's nicely mixed, and then it's time to apply. I can grab some of it here. Of course, the cleaner you put it on, the better, because it is going to harden, and we are going to have to clean some away. So why make our work harder for us? I've seen some guys, you know, throw Bondo on, and it's just like so clumpy in such a large area, and it just is horrible because you have to go and actually, you know, just take it all down. Who wants to do that much work? Not me. Like I said, it being my first layer, I really want to focus on just letting this seep into the crack. And that way it hardens from the mid out and gets a real good grip. And I don't want to really clump it here too much, because we still have this body line, and if it's too clumpy, it's going to be a lot of work just to shape that body line up again. Seems to be falling in very well. Very nice like. Alright, so there it is. I'm going to go ahead and let this harden. It says it doesn't take too long, and once it hardens, I will come and put on another layer.
Alright guys, so we already let this section dry after putting on some of the Bondo glass. And we now have the other fender piece ready and clamped. We've added a real nice cardboard piece here. And, well, we're now about to Bondo through and make sure that gas cap is closed. This is the back side of it. And here's the outside portion of it. Here's a real nice little cardboard, which we did put some duct tape on so that, you know, it didn't get too, you know, stuck onto the Bondo glass. Oh, sorry, I just dropped some stuff. Oh, you know, here's a little cardboard and the tape. And, yeah, it's totally not me talking, by the way. Oh, yep, this is the little piece of, hey guys, Gabe's actually here. Yeah.
So we're at the second day, and Gabe decided to stop by, and we decided to do one of those porn flick kind of things.
Mouth is moving too fast, and the voice is totally not right. But okay.
Should have done like a higher pitched voice, like So here we are.
No offense to any of our Asian viewers, we love you guys.
Thank you for watching. So now I know this looks pretty crappy, but it's dry now. And this one hole got covered up. But we needed it to get real nice and hard so that way I can take a power sander with a pretty heavy grit to smooth it out. But that's going to happen on the third day in the morning. And then I'll cut the video so we can put this out and continue on. And so I'm back with my 100 grit to tighten this up and hopefully cover this big old gash of
gas door
for
which we don't need.
Doesn't exist. And so I'm going to go ahead and start sanding this out, and then we'll record some gas door action. So right now we're applying, well, when I say we're, I really mean me, and he's just talking my ear off and talking shit. And so like I'm adding in, and so I was going to weld in plastic with my plastic welder, and Gabe's like, plastic welder? You know, I'm the old guy, he's the young guy,
just
but he wants to
fill the fucking hole with Bondo glass.
So this side's coming out real nice, real pretty like. But then we come here and they're like, damn, look how much glass is gonna have to go to build this up. But
now mind you, this is not actually gonna go on the car.
Right.
Point is we want to fill it up, smooth it out to make this as an actual mold. And then actually start making the actual kits out of this one. So don't go thinking, Gabe, Jace, the fuck are y'all doing? Filling that gigantic hole with Bondo glass is gonna fall out eventually. Oh, you're right, but we're doing this just to get rid of that giant hole and eventually just make this our
it's just the template
mold, the template for the rest.
Template for the mold.
Yeah.
So that's what's gonna, even though it does, like Gabe said, does sound funny and it looks, y'all are probably thinking that is a crap load of fiber.
It does look like dog shit, we agree.
Yeah, but like he said, like we're just building it up to hold, and so that way we sand it down and make the mold out of it, so that way we can start making kits for everybody. Alright, so we're gonna keep getting high because this stuff is
By the way, you're supposed to be in a well-ventilated area.
The mask and all this stuff.
Don't do stupid shit like this, guys.
We're trying to show you what not to do. That's what it is.
And what to do.
That's right.
It's kind of an oxymoron, but it's okay.
So we're gonna keep filling this hole. Okay, so now we're sanding, and shape's coming out all right. Gabe took the driver's steering wheel.
What's up, guys?
And so we're trying to get this down, but it's got a nice sturdy hold, so it definitely worked in that sense. I do have to go and do a lot of trimming here. Then I notice I'm gonna have to go and shape this end. Okay guys, so we pretty much already patched up the hole. Now since we're making a mold, I'm gonna actually start producing the kits if all comes out as well as I'd like it to. We went ahead and went with the Bondo glass. Now if I was actually going to use this kit specifically for myself, I would have welded in a piece of plastic, but since it's a mold, we're going a different route. This one we pretty much cut it down, and all we really need to do is get some standard Bondo and fill it in, and then go and start shaping it and trimming where it needs to trim. So we'll probably end it here, and just stop at that for now, and then so that way we can put out some video feed, and then the next one we'll go ahead and start. It'll pretty much be primered and ready to go to start shaping to the actual car. And yeah, it's a big pain in the ass, but hey, if it comes out good.
It's been a while. I know a lot of you gotten a little impatient, and that's really our fault.
Yeah,
life gets in the way, but
that's right.
Hopefully next video, sanding will be done, molding will be done, and we'll actually be test fitting to the car, just as far as further trims.
Right.
But
yeah,
let's get it done.
I know, man. Hopefully this week we'll have a whole lot more progress. Yeah. All right. Hit thumbs up if you liked. Of course, subscribe. We need to hit 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
Keep this project going, and then we'd like to start making custom parts.
Couple comments. You have questions?
Yeah, comments for sure.
We actually do enjoy reading the comments. We do. A lot of y'all that have commented.
Right.
You know, a lot of the parts as far as my Mugen lip and things like that. You know, go ahead and ask where I ordered it from. I'll even send you the item number if you need it. Right. And we can go from there, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
We don't mind.
No, not at all. And hit us up on our Instagrams. I'm Jason_TC2, and then Gabe.
FA1 Gabe 6.
And I'll go ahead and put that down below too. You guys take it easy. Rock on.